having a great day. Today I'm going to be sharing an intermediate to advanced power yoga sequence with you. We're going to be doing some funky looking chaturungas. You have some opportunities to try out an arm balance. We've got a little bit of balancing in the flow. It's not your typical vinyasa type class, but I hope that you enjoy it. We're going to be moving in a different way that's not very traditional, but it feels good, it's fun, and I really just hope that you have fun with it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon. Namaste from Kimchi and me. Enjoy, guys! We'll begin our practice today in a prone position on our stomachs. Crocodile pose, bringing your feet mat width distance, stacking one hand on top of the other, and resting your third eye down. Right away, begin to notice as you breathe in how the belly gently pulls away from the earth. And when you breathe out, notice how it gently presses back into the floor. Breathe in and breathe out. One more time, breathe in, breathe out. Beginning to transition to half frog on the right side, bending into your right knee. Draw the right knee up towards the right elbow. Staying here, or maybe lifting onto the forearms to deepen, dragging the right knee up towards the right elbow and drawing the left foot back. And drawing your attention to Kimchi, who's just entered the screen, who's going to practice with us for a couple of breaths here. Coming over to share a little love, and we're going to transition into a variation on dancer as Kimchi does a down dog to an up dog. Kicking your right foot into your right hand, maybe straightening the arm, feeling the stretch in the front of the chest and in the back of the shoulder. Start to draw your knee in, and if you'd like, extend your leg up to the sky, grab onto the toes or the ankle, straightening to your degree and maybe rocking the leg forward and back as I'm doing here. Bend back into the knee, grab onto the top of the foot and transition back onto the belly for half bow pose, stretching out your quad and the top of the hip. Release the foot, come to crocodile for the transition, then bend into your left leg, coming into half frog on the left side. Staying or deepening, drawing the left knee towards the left elbow, dragging the right toes back. Feeling the stretch in the inner and outer hip on the left. And transitioning to that dancer variation on the left side, kicking the left foot into the left hand, feeling the stretch in the front of the chest and in the back of the shoulder, bending into the knee, and then extending the leg to your degree, grabbing onto the toes, ankles, and then again, option 2, draw the leg towards you and back, bend back into the knee, grab onto top of foot, back onto the belly for half bow pose on the left, feeling the stretch in the left quad. Releasing the foot, press into the hands, curl your toes under, and then sink your hips back towards your heels. Reaching the hands forward, stretching out the arches of the feet. So different variation on child's pose here. Keep sending your hips back as the arches of the feet stretch. Start to look forward, glide yourself up to a tabletop, flatten the feet, kick them into the floor a few times, and then right away start to add any movements that feel good in your body. Taking some cats and some cows, moving with your breath. And just moving organically in a way that feels really good in your body alone. So you know what feels best for you. So just move in a way that you know feels good.
and come to stillness. Curl the toes under again. Imagine squeezing a block between your thighs. Drop the belly, lift the gaze to a cow. Coil your spine and gently start to lift the knees off of the earth. Again, imagine squeezing an imaginary block. Then inhale, drop the knees, lift the gaze to your cow. Keep the toes curled under. Inhale, coil your spine. Exhale, lift knees off of the floor. Squeeze that imaginary block. Inhale, drop the knees, lift the gaze, cow pose. Exhale, coil the spine. Inhale, lift the knees off of the floor. Exhale, squeeze imaginary block. Inhale, drop the knees, lift the gaze, cow, and stay for the exhale. As you inhale, reach your right foot back, left arm forward, spinal balance. Bend into your right knee, reach behind and grab onto the foot. Breathe in. Stay for the exhale. And as you inhale, begin to release the foot behind you. Left arm forward, place the left hand down. Bring the right knee to the right elbow and step it down next to the right pinky. Shine the heart forward, low lizard. Crown of the head reaches high. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, begin to straighten the front leg to your half split pose. Take a breath in. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, sink your hips, lift your gaze, roll the heart forward and think a cow spine. As you exhale, come back, cat spine in your half split. Inhale, lift the gaze, cow spine. Exhale, half split with the cat spine. Inhale, sink the hips, lift the gaze. And transitioning now to your little warrior two. Kickstand, the left toes behind you, right knee is going to be right over the ankle. Feet are on the floor. Gazing over the right fingertips and maybe rocking forward and back, getting some motion in the hip. And then pausing to flip your right palm to reverse your little warrior. Place the bottom hand down, top arm goes up and over as the right leg extends, feeling a nice side body stretch on the right. Begin to gaze down at the floor, kickstand the left toes back, right hand down, and rock forward and back, stretching out the calf on the right side. Float the right foot up, right knee joins the left, big toes touch, knees wide, child's pose. Take a breath in and a breath out. Just begin to rock forward and back in your child's pose in a rocking horse type motion a few times. Then slide the hands underneath the shoulders, hips under the knees, extend the left leg out long, right arm forward, spinal balance to your dancer variation on this side. Breathe in, open up the chest. And stay for the exhale. Release, bring the right hand down, left knee to the left elbow, step it down next to the left pinky, slide the right knee back to your lizard lunge. Sink the hips, lift the gaze, crown of the head reaches high, breathe in. And breathe out. As you inhale, extend the left leg long, crown of the head reaches forward, bend into the left knee as needed if those hamstrings are tight on this side. And then sink your hips, lift your gaze. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, sink the hips, lift the gaze, cow spine. Exhale, cat spine into your half split. Inhale, sink the hips, lift the gaze. Exhale and straighten. Sink your hips, lift your gaze, transitioning to little warrior two on this side. Right toes kickstand back, left knees over the left ankle. Relax the shoulders down and rock forward and back a few times, being mindful that the left knee doesn't go beyond the ankle. Pause. Flip your left palm, reverse. Shimmy the left leg towards the back. Look up, take a breath in and a breath out. And transition back to the front of the mat, rocking forward and back, stretching out your left calf. As you inhale this time, slide the right foot to meet the left, high plank, and we'll hold. Press your shoulder blades up, hollow out the belly, draw low ribs in, press into the hands, breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet. Once more, move in a way that feels organic in your body, maybe swaying the hips from side to side. Shaking the head out, yes and no. Just allowing yourself to move in a way that feels good. As you inhale, lift high up onto the tippy toes and exhale, float the heels down. Inhale, lift high up onto the toes, bend the knees. Sink the hips back towards the heels, find a long spine, and then exhale, straighten back to your down dog. Lift high up onto the toes, bend the knees, sink the hips, and straighten the legs, let the heels fall. Inhale, lift high up onto the toes, bend the knees, sink the hips. Exhale, step one foot up, followed by the other, and take your forward fold. Again, organic movements, rocking from side to side. If there's a rag doll in your practice, go for it. Toe heel your feet to touch, and place your hands on your shins, finding a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Bring your arms out like a capital letter T. Draw low ribs in. Take a breath. Exhale, arms overhead and hands to heart space. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And exhale, sigh it out. Inhale, float your arms up to the sky. Grab onto your right wrist, lean over to the left half moon. Inhale, come back through center, grab right wrist. Half moon on this side, side body stretch, reach your arms up, arms out like a capital letter T, draw low ribs in, pause, feel the strength in the back of the legs and in the core, and then dive forward. Flat back, inhale, fold, exhale. Inhale, flat back. As you exhale, step your left foot back to a runner's lunge. Sink your hips, lift your gaze, rock forward and back. And then pause. Right hand comes inside the right foot. Sink your hips, lift your gaze through another variation on lizard. Then straighten your front leg. Inhale, sink. Exhale and straighten. Inhale, sink your hips. Exhale and straighten. Spin your left heel down. Float up to a full warrior two this time. Taking our practice up from the ground. Move forward and back a few times as you did from the floor. If you'd like, find stillness. Flip your right palm. Reverse your warrior. Breathe in. Find length in the right side of the body. Take a breath. And exhale, sweep the bottom arm across the body. Top arm goes overhead, side angle just for the transition. Moving over to your left knee for a high lunge. Transition to runner's lunge facing the back. Breathe in, step the right foot up to meet the left, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, bow. As you inhale, come through a flat back. Arms come out like that capital letter T. Draw low ribs in. Feel the backs of the legs and the abs. Arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart space. Inhale, sweep your arms high. Exhale, crescent moon, grab the left wrist, lean over to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, lean over to the left. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, capital letter T. Inhale, dive forward, pause, feel your core. Exhale and bow. Inhale to your flat back. And as you exhale, bow. Flat back again on the in-breath. And as you exhale, step your right leg back. Runner's lunge, rock forward and back. Finding stillness, walk left hand inside of the foot. Shimmy the left foot out to the left corner of the mat. Sink your hips, high lizard. Take a breath in. As you exhale, extended pyramid, straighten the left leg. Inhale, sink your hips. Exhale, straighten. Sink your hips. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, sink. Exhale, straighten. Sink the hips, lift the gaze, and transition to warrior two on the left side. Left knee over ankle, right toes, right front corner of the mat. Rock forward and back a few times. Find stillness, flip your left palm, reverse your warrior. Breathe in and exhale. Transition to your extended side angle. Inhale to high lunge, facing the front of your mat again. And as you exhale, runner's lunge, left foot steps to meet the right, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bow. Inhale, halfway lift, arms come out to the side, draw belly in, reach arms overhead. Hands to heart space. Take a breath in and a breath out. Inhale, float your arms high. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Step your left foot back. Inhale, sink the hips, lift the gaze. Exhale, straighten. Transitioning right up to your warrior two. Flip your right palm, reverse. Exhale to your side angle. Inhale, Skandasana this time. If you have it, go deeper. Exhale, runner's lunge. Standing split. Maybe challenge yourself. Interlace the hands behind your back and find your chair pose with the shoulders stretch. Inhale, drop the head, separate the feet, hip bone width. Bringing out the shoulders, maybe rock from side to side. Release the hands down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, back. Sweep the arms out to the sides and up. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, back. Step your right foot back. Inhale, sink the hips. Shimmy the foot, sink the hips, lift the gaze. Exhale and straighten. Sink the hips and then transition warrior two on this side. Flip the left palm, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Right to your Skandasana as you inhale. Exhale, runner's lunge to standing split. Maybe challenge yourself by not placing your hands on the floor. Interlace your arms behind. Left foot steps up to meet the right chair pose with a bind. If this doesn't feel good, grab opposite hand to opposite elbow or take a regular chair pose. Fold over the legs. Breathe in, ring out your shoulders. Breathe out, release the hands. Halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Sweep your arms out to the sides and up to the sky, hands to heart space. Inhale, sweep your arms high. Exhale, swan dive. Come down with that long spine. Flat back, inhale. Fold, exhale. Inhale, left leg back. As you exhale, straighten. Send your right foot back behind you as you breathe in, changing it up here a little bit now. Creep your right fingertips forward, slide the left hand back and lower onto the left forearm. Keep that right leg up, breathe in, look forward, straighten the left arm, staggered push-up, straighten and send the foot back, left forearm down. Inhale, come forward, straighten the left arm, lower, straighten, and come back up to the sky. Last one here. Inhale, come forward, lower, lift, and transition right up to your side plank. Crazy transition. Squeeze your right oblique as you arc the left hip up to the sky. Breathe in, bring left arm down, float the right foot up, step right foot to the right pinky, sink your hips, lift your gaze. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, sink. Come right up to your warrior two as you breathe in. As you exhale, flip right palm, reverse. Inhale. Exhale, transition to your side angle. Breathe in. Skandasana, breathe out. Maybe go deeper, maybe hands stay at heart as you rotate your chest up. Take a breath in. Exhale, open out your arms like wings. Bring your arms behind you. Kick the back foot up. So you're in this space between Dekasana as you float to your standing split. Bring the hands down. Right foot joins the left. Utkatasana, chair pose. Sit low, squeeze your inner thighs. Make sure you can see all 10 toes. Relax the shoulders. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, swan dive. Flat back, breathe in. Fold, breathe out. As you inhale, flat back. Exhale, bring your right leg back behind you. Keep the hands planted, kick your right foot up to the sky, taking those funky staggered push-ups. So left hand comes forward, right hand comes back, lower onto the right forearm, keep the right leg lifted, come up, lower down, staggered push-up, straighten the arms, right forearm comes down, left leg high. Inhale forward, exhale lower, staggered push-up, right foot up, left foot up, right forearm down. Inhale, come down this time. Lift up, come right into that crazy transition to your side plank. Squeeze left obliques. Right hips are coming up. You're in an arc shape. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, right hand down, left leg goes high, three-legged dog. Step left foot to the left. Pinky, sink the hips, lift the gaze. Exhale, straighten one time. Sink your hips, transition, warrior two, inhale. Exhale, reverse. Inhale to your side angle. Exhale, Skandasana. Can you go deeper? Keeping thumbs at sternum, looking up to the sky. Take this as a high lunge if your knees don't like this. Open out your arms like wings, transition back. Float the left leg back so you're in that funky space between Dekasana and a standing split. I'm having a hard time on this leg. A little wobbly on the right today. Inhale, bring your knee up. Step it next to the right. Utkatasana chair. Relax the shoulder blades down the back. Breathe. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, hands down alongside you. Separate your feet, hip bone width, standing waterfall. You guys are doing great so far. I know these transitions are crazy. I can't see you, but I know you're doing amazing. Inhale, float your arms up. Exhale, Swan dive. Halfway lift, breathe in. Fold and breathe out. Step your left foot back. Step your right foot up to the sky. Left hand back, right hand forward. Lower onto the left forearm. Come forward, lift up, come right into that side plank this time. Adding on. Inhale, left hand down, right foot floats. Step right foot to the right pinky. Sink the hips, lift the gaze. Straighten one time, sink the hips. Warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, Skandasana. So adding on here, open out your arms like wings. Maybe take a full bind around the right knee if you can. Stay here, or maybe do this crazy thing where you slide your left foot to the right, standing on the right foot. Lift up to your flamingo pose. Stay here, or take it further by drawing the right knee next to the left to the full expression of your flamingo. Inhale, slowly start to rise. Release the bind. Crane pose to chair pose. Inhale, sweep your arms around the body. Shooting star to warrior two. Flip your right palm, reverse. Cartwheel the hands down. Right foot comes back behind you. Warrior three, Dekasana variation, arms up. And hands by your side. Into your heart. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step your right foot back. Left foot up to the sky. Taking those one staggered push-up. So if I can get my bearing straight here, right forearm down, left leg high. Inhale. As you exhale, come forward, lower, transition right to that side plank. Right arm comes up and over. Left leg flies high. Step left foot to the left, pinky sink the hips, lift the gaze. Exhale, straighten one time. Sink your hips, transition warrior two, inhale. Flip left palm, reverse. Side angle, inhale. Exhale, Skandasana. Can you go deeper? Option to take the bind around the knee, stay here. Or taking that crazy flamingo, looking down at the right foot, slide the left foot next to the right. Ground down into the left foot, slowly start to rise. Stay in your tall flamingo if you'd like. Or maybe start to bow, drawing the left knee in line, or right knee in line with the left. Slowly begin to rise, release, crane pose. Step the foot down, Utkatasana. Swing arms across the body, shooting star to your warrior two. Flip, reverse. Cartwheel the hands behind, taking that Dekasana / warrior three variation. Breathe in. And exhale, left foot joins the right. Utkatasana, stand up, hands come down alongside you, hands to your heart, breath in and out. Inhale, sweep your arms high, keep moving. Exhale, swan dive. Flat back, inhale. Fold, exhale. Step your right foot back, left foot back, come right into a downward facing dog. Take a breath in and a breath out. Sliding the left forearm down, right leg goes high. Breathe in, you know where we're going. Exhale, come forward, lower down, lift, side plank. Left arm goes up and overhead. Bring the left forearm down, palm faces up, right forearm down, palm up. Lift up onto the tops of the feet. Draw low ribs in for this crazy plank variation. Press your upper back to the sky. Elbows to knees, knees to elbow. Breathe and lower all the way down. You can thank Matt Mullen from Open Doors for that crazy plank variation. And then lower on to the belly, setting up for locust pose. Palms facing down for this one. Big toes touch, draw low ribs in. Navel to spine, press your pubic bone down. Lift your third eye down, staring down the bridge of the nose. Lift upper body, lift the toes. Keep the palms down or maybe float them up. Breathing here and lower down. Bend your knees, windshield wiper the legs, release the low back. And lowering the feet down, setting up for Shalabhasana again. Maybe the palms face up this time, upper body lifts, feet lift, maybe the arms lift. Pressing pubic bone down, abs tight, lower down, bend knees, windshield wiper the legs. Lower the feet down, slide hands underneath the shoulders. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, lift up to your high plank or tabletop, and we'll meet in downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in, and a slow breath out. Inhale, left leg high, right forearm down, left hand forward. Inhale, come forward, lower down, lift up, side plank, opposite side. Bring the right hand down, taking another variation on that plank, on the tops of the toes or on to the balls of the feet. Lift the upper body up, breathe in, hollow out the belly, and exhale, dip the hips down, lift into your Sphinx. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, dip the hips down, send the heart forward. Inhale, lift up, round the upper back, press into the tops of the feet. Exhale, hips come down, Sphinx pose. One more, lift up. And exhale, lower all the way down, heart forward, send the feet back, enjoy your Sphinx pose. Take a breath in. And exhale, lower onto the belly. Setting up for another belly back bend, another variation on locust pose. Bring the big toes to touch, maybe interlace your hands behind your back this time, thumb knuckles down towards the sit bones, roll the shoulders back, lift up the feet, lift up the arms, staring down the bridge of your nose, and release, bend your knees, windshield wiper the legs. And taking any variation that we've done, or maybe coming into bow pose this time, keeping your knees bent, grabbing onto the tops of the feet or the ankles. Roll the shoulder blades down the back, low belly's in the floor, pubic bone is down, and lift up to your bow. And stay or maybe play around, rock forward and back or from side to side. And just moving organically. And then release and windshield wiper the legs back and forth. Bringing your feet down, slide hands underneath the shoulders. Big toes touch, knees wide, child's pose. Counter stretch and enjoy this child's pose after taking those belly back bends. It should feel really good. Float up to a tabletop, drop the belly, lift the gaze, cow. Exhale, cat. Neutral spine, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and out. One more breath in and breath out. Left forearm down, right leg high. Exhale, come forward, lower, lift, breathe in, side plank, left arm up and over. Dip the hips down for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, lower, lift the arm, up and over, right leg high, right foot steps, right pinky toe, lizard lunge, sink your hips, lift your gaze. An option here to play around with a few variations. If you'd like to deepen, perhaps you grasp onto your ankle with your hands. If you'd like to try a flying lizard pose, and if that's in your practice, go for it. Maybe hit the pause button so that you can explore a little bit longer. And join us when you're ready. You're going to land the right foot next to the right hand once again. Straighten the legs and come into a wide leg straddle splits. Your prasarita. You might grab onto your ankles and lower the crown of the head down. And if there is an inversion in your practice, a headstand, maybe hit that pause button again and take your inversion. Beginning to slide the hands underneath the shoulders. Make your way to the back of the mat. Plant your hands. Left foot flies back, three-legged dog. Taking that sequence on the other side. Left foot rises, right forearm down. Inhale, come up and over. Left arm comes up, side plank, and we'll take those hip dips. Lower down for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, inhale, exhale, left arm comes up and over, plant the left hand down, fly the right foot back, three-legged dog, right foot steps next to the right pinky. Option again to explore your practice, maybe playing around with balance, hugging the knee into the shoulder and grasping onto the ankle with both hands. And option to take your flying lizard. I like to move forward and back as though my lizard were actually flying. An option here, guys, again, press that pause button if you want to stay in your arm balance longer. Otherwise, we'll transition once again to prasarita. Any variation. I'm just going to hang out here and breathe. And look up at me. I'm waving hello. I miss you guys. And when you're ready, everyone, flat back and make your way to the top of the mat. Step your left foot back to meet the right, your downward facing dog. Deep breath in and out. Reach the right foot up to the sky. Step right foot to the right pinky. Place your left hand down, peel onto the blade edge of the left foot and the blade edge of the right foot, coming into a deep hip stretch. Take a breath in, transitioning to figure 4. So you're facing the back of your mat, left foot's on the floor, right ankle's crossed over the right knee. Rock back and forth a few times. And slowly lowering onto the back for a supine pigeon pose. Option to lift the foot off the ground and grab onto the shin. Or maybe extending the left leg up to the sky, grabbing behind the knee, pointing and flexing the toes a few times. And eventually lowering the foot down, cactus the arms out to the side. Pick the hips up, drop them over to the right, and enjoy a twist. Option to extend the left leg out long and hold for an IT band stretch. Breathe into your back. And draw the knee back to center. Arriving back in that supine pigeon, extend the left leg up to the sky and rock and roll up to a seat. Cross right foot over left ankle. Sit up nice and tall. Right arm reaches back for a twist. And as you inhale, slow and controlled, left arm reaches behind, right hand reaches behind, right leg up, three-legged dog. Flip to your dancer's bridge and inhale your yoga essence. Those of you who've watched the Irreverent Yogis know what that is. Right leg high and down to meet the left. Breath in, left leg up. Inhale, left knee to left pinky, sink the hips, lift your gaze. Finding that hip stretch on this side. Extending the left arm behind you. And getting ready to transition to a seated pigeon. Cross left ankle over right knee. Just rock the hips from side to side a few times. Flexing the right toes towards the right knee and making your way onto your back to a supine pigeon. And staying right here, extending the left leg up to the sky, pointing and flexing the foot if that feels good. And lowering the right foot down, pick the hips up, drop them over to the left, and let the left foot fall over to the right for your twist on this side. An option to extend the left leg out long for that IT band stretch. Starting to bring the knee back to center, come back into your pigeon, extend the right leg up, rock and roll, cross left ankle over right knee, sit up tall, twist over your left shoulder for a spinal twist on this side. And beginning to twist to the right, plant the right hand down next to the right hip, left hand down, kick your left foot up to the sky, three-legged dog, flip to your dancer's bridge on this side, letting the heart reach up. Take a breath in and a breath out. Flip back over, downward facing dog. Staying on the tips of the toes, lower the knees down, drop the hips back towards the heels, stretching out the arches of the feet again like we did earlier. Come through a tabletop and lower all the way down to your belly, transitioning into a deep stretch for the shoulders and the chest. Right arm comes out to the side like a wing, roll onto your right hip. You can tent your left fingertips in front of you, and if you'd like to go deeper, you can place the sole of the left foot behind the right knee as I've done here, and breathe. Begin to transition back onto your stomach. We'll take that shoulder stretch on the opposite side. Transition back onto the belly. Keep the right fingertips where they are. Tent the left fingertips. And slowly lift up King Cobra. Open up the chest and lower exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift the heart forward. Exhale, look over the left shoulder. Inhale, rise. Exhale, look over the right shoulder. Inhale, rise. Exhale, look over the left shoulder. Inhale, rise. Look over the right shoulder. Rise up again, inhale. And exhale, lower all the way down. The palms down, lift yourself up, drag the knees up, sit down, roll over the feet, draw the feet forward, reach arms overhead, inhale, exhale, and bow, Paschimottanasana. Bending the knees a lot, just feeling a release in the low back. Moving from side to side if that feels good. I happen to have been listening to a great song at that point, so I was moving with it. Eventually make your way onto your backs, hugging your knees into your chest, circling in one direction and then the other, massaging out the sacral plate. Drawing knees outside the rib cage, binding big toes or arches of the feet for happy baby, or wide angle pose as I've done. Setting up for a little more core work, I'm coming into a lotus pose here. So you can take this as a regular crunch with feet down or a suitcase crunch. Inhale, opposite arm to opposite elbow and crunch for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. I know it's crazy. Last one. Kimchi even got up to look to see what I was doing. Extend and enjoy the stretch. Again, no need to do it this way if you don't want to. You can just lie back if you'd like. Release lotus. Come into a reclined butterfly pose. Draw the knees together, toes outside the mat, knock knee pose. This should feel really good on the low back. And begin to transition to take those wacky lotus crunches once again. So we're going to cross the opposite ankle on top, this time whatever side you didn't do before. Reach opposite hand to opposite elbow, flatten everything out, lower, deep breath in. And exhale, crunch for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, breathe in. Exhale, arms stay overhead. Feel the stretch in the hips. Slowly begin to come into your reclined butterfly pose again. Soles of the feet touch. Opposite hand, opposite elbow. Feel a nice stretch across the chest, in the hips, and a release in the low back. And drawing knees in, feet out, mat width distance, knock knee pose. Maybe place one hand on top of the heart and the other on top of the belly. Feeling your heart and your breath in unison with one another. Draw the knees into your chest and bring your feet up to the sky for legs up the wall pose. Maybe wiggle out the ankles a few more times and then settle in here. Either staying or if there's a shoulder stand in your practice, now would be a good time to practice that. Perhaps reach your fingers up to the sky and allowing everything to flow in the opposite direction. Wiggle the fingers, reach up, breathe in, exhale, full body stretch, and allow the feet to separate about hip bone width. Arms come down alongside you in a wide arc. Take a deep breath in through your nose, fill all the way up. Hold it at the top, and let go, exhale. Feeling all the little tingly sensations in your body. Go from rapid to steady, now to still. So now that you've exhausted the body, the mind should be silent, allowing you to embrace the stillness in the body, calm, gently begin to bring your awareness back and awaken, rolling out the ankles and the wrists, wiggling fingers and toes. Inhale, full body stretch. Exhale, hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself an affectionate squeeze. Thank yourself for showing up and practicing today. When you're ready, rolling onto your right or your left hand side in a fetal pose just to reset. And I'd like you to take your top arm, bend your elbow, reach behind, and give yourself a pat on the back. That was not easy, and you did it. Great job, everyone. Using your top hand, press yourself up to a comfortable seated posture at the top of your mat. And again, just maybe start to move organically. Start to reawaken the spine, shake the head out, yes and no. Taking any final movements that might feel good here. And then coming into stillness. Draw your hands together at your heart space. Take a moment to acknowledge that true strength comes from right here. And when we're feeling weak, we can always come back to this place to draw upon the strength deeply rooted inside all of us. Draw thumb knuckles up to the middle of your forehead to your third eye, where we acknowledge the divine light and eternal fire that burns within every one of us. From my light to yours, namaste.